Welcome to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Drift, and I want startups to be wildly successful. One of the things that you have to do as a startup is launch your business and make a big deal of it. So today, I'm very happy to have Eugina Jordan with me, who's a marketing expert, and we're going to talk about launches. Thanks for coming, Eugina.
Thank you, Mary, for having me.
So let's talk about launches. What are like three things people need to pay attention to when they're getting ready to launch?
Great question. They need to answer three questions. Number one is who? Who is my targeted audience? Because many startups, unfortunately, they care so much about building a great product without understanding who their customer is. And then the second question is what? What challenges this product is going to solve for those customers. Again, great product. You cannot expect if you have a great product that if you build it, they will come. They only will come if you solve a particular challenge. It cannot be the cheapest on the market. It needs to help your customer. And number three, it's how. How is your product different than your competition? Why is it better? Is it better on features? Is it better on capabilities? Is it better on something else? You need to understand who, what, and why.
That's excellent. And that's something that I'm always telling people before you even go for creating a business, find out if people think it's a good idea and are willing to pay for it.
That is exactly. You cannot start a business without having a business plan and a financial model. Spot on.
Exactly. So when people know their customers and they know what problem they solve, what should they do to start to plan for a launch?
So it depends how much money they have. Because now what we're going to help them understand is what channels to use and how launch the company. If a company has a big budget, then they can utilize digital and physical and print marketing. If it's a startup on a shoestring budget, they probably can only utilize digital channels. Social media is free. Start building your social media presence for your company and for yourself as an executive, even before you plan on launching your product. So that's one channel, social media. This is where you can connect with your customers. You can connect with the analyst, press in your business or your industry, and develop those relationships. The other thing is you can start promoting your company and yourself as a thought leader. There is many different platforms out there, Forbes and the Fast Mode, and they cost money if you want to be a thought leader on that platform. But Medium costs nothing. And again, before the launch, you need to establish you and your company as a thought leader in particular space. And the last channel that is free and people love it, it's content distribution, either via YouTube with a video or via your own website. You can create videos, you can educate your market, you can educate your potential customers on YouTube, promote those videos on social, and you can write yourself white papers, or you can use ChatGPT for, if for any other type of, content creation. But again, you're the subject matter expert in your startup. Create that content, post it on your website, post it on YouTube, and then utilize free channels, social media, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Facebook, to educate and promote.
Right. And pay attention to where are your customers. So if they prefer a particular social media platform, that's where you should be spending most of your time, right?
Good point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
LinkedIn is for all, right?
right. And if if your brand isn't known yet, you are your brand. So getting yourself out there and getting those followers and people to pay attention. And it's not just about putting stuff out, it's about actually interacting. So you need to put aside time to interact and comment on the comments and thank people for liking your posts, right?
Absolutely. So if we look at social media, my framework is three C's. So once you know what your pillars are, for example, my three pillars are marketer, technologist, and a leader. So once you know what your pillars are for you or your company, then you implement the three C's. The first one is content. Is your content aligning with your pillars? Is it clear? Then the second one is consistency. Are you posting consistently? Or you, again, you throw it out there once a month and hope someone will see it. No one sees it unless you're constantly posting. And number three, as Mary, you were talking about, it's connection or community. You want to turn those connections into your community that will reply to your post, comment on your post, engage with you and your company content because you will engage with theirs.
All right. So do you recommend a fast launch with a blitz or a slow launch that builds?
There is no such thing as an overnight success. For example, when I joke, I say, yes, after 24 years in telecom industry, I became an overnight success. I became an award-winning CMO and new category creator. There is no such thing as overnight success. If you want to launch it and do a blitz launch, that's fine. You still need to consistently post launch, continue talking about your product, generating leads, talking to your customers. So it depends if you want to build up to your launch that your audience is ready and connecting, or you want to build your audience and your product recognition, your brand recognition after the launch. But it cannot be one and done. It's consistent product
Right.
promotion, company promotion.
And your customers need to be turned into your sales force. And you do that by developing those relationships.
100%. I call them brand advocates. The best case study is when your customers are going on their social media or talking to the press on your behalf. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. So any parting thoughts about launches?
It's exciting. Enjoy the journey. You've been building your company. You've been ideating. You've been working long nights and long days and away from your family. Don't lose the joy of launching your product and your company. Don't lose the joy of connecting with your customers. Don't lose that joy of making your product or your company into something that you want it to be, something bigger and more amazing.
Great. Something that'll change the world. Well, thank you so much, Eugina Jordan. We'll put contact information for you into the comments so people can get a hold of you if they want some help with their launch. I'm Mary Scott with Business Drift. I want startups to be wildly successful. And one of the best things you can do to accomplish that is book a synergy call with me at businessdrift.com. And join us again next time for Stuck, Time to Improv.